Me personally, I can't wait for the Muslims to take over. I mean, I'm even developing the beard. Does that freak anyone out? Personally, I can't wait. I'm sure their system is fair, and there isn't a bunch of sick, progressive horror. Does anyone wonder why the empires of the world have gone so hard at Muslims? They don't involve themselves in usury. Well, there goes the whole financial system right there. There goes the status quo. Does anyone ever think about these things? Does this ever cross anyone's mind at all? No, I'm not a Muslim, but I'll bet you the jizya tax is fairer than the taxes we're paying now. You know, that's what non-Muslims have to pay in a Muslim country. You know, the Ottoman Empire ruled Palestine for centuries, and there were Jews, Christians, and Muslims there the whole time. There was no problems. Does anyone think out there? Is there anyone out there that thinks? Some thinkers. I still see these conservatives ranting about the left and picking sides in wars. It's just retarded. Can anyone think? Is there anyone out there that can think? How is it that a man living in the bush in northern Canada can see the world so clearly? Now, mind you, I have studied for years and years and years and years. A guy came in my comments and he said, he liked my video, but he said, how come everybody is always saying that no one else understands anything? Everyone else is sleeping. Well, I gotta tell you, buddy, most of the world is sleeping. Most of the world can't think. They can't see beyond the end of their nose. I don't buy left or right politics. I don't buy this or that. I don't buy this side and that side. I don't pick teams. I'm on a team. My team is called Living Men and Women. That's my team. The systems of the world, those aren't my team. Those aren't for me. Those are to weaken me. Those are to make me less than I am. Those are to take my energy. Those are to distract me. Those are to put me in a place where I'm looking at them instead of looking to my fellow living men and women. That's what that's for. People gotta start thinking out there. Like, seriously. You know, my values are more aligned with conservatives than liberals. But you guys are retarded. Like, you are literally brain dead. You don't see this place at all. At all. Who cares what the liberals do? Let them do it. I don't care what any of you idiots do. What I want is for people to think and turn to each other instead of picking a side put forward by the world. The mouse gets caught by the trap because he doesn't understand why the cheese is free. If something's put out there for your consumption, you're the product if you didn't have to pay for it. Start walking, thinking, acting, and talking like you are the kings and queens of this place, because you are. Stop looking at the world. They don't matter. They need your energy to push forward their agendas. Keep giving it to them. And while you continue to give it to them, nothing is ever going to change. Wake up. Because the people of Islam live more correctly to the way God commands, they will take over just as a matter of course, because the West has become so degraded. No one had any kids. So when one generation doesn't have any kids, then there's even fewer kids in the next generation. And when none of them have kids, it's over, man. Like, Western civilization is on the brink of extinction. And those of you in the West, you can get as mad as you want. You know, maybe you don't like Muslims. It doesn't matter. They are going to become the dominant culture. The numbers that I last saw was Muslims were averaging 5 kids per family in that neighborhood. Well, in the West, it's just over 1. Where do you think that's going to end? You know, 1 generation. That's all it's going to take. Now, there's places where Westerners are having kids. I had 5 kids. You know, my kids all want to have a lot of kids, but that's not the case. You know, people have a dog. You know, like, if you have no one to defend your culture ends, and it's just as simple as that. So, I mean, get ready to be the dominant culture, Muslims. Be prepared, you know, to take charge, because you'll be the majority in a generation. That's just a fact. You know, if no one in the West is having kids, it's over for us. You know, there'll be areas where Western civilization is dependent on. You know, I hope that doesn't turn into conflict. There is one creator. There is no God but God. And those assuming authority are trying to make gods out of things in this world that aren't. The money system is a classic example. Money making money. So you're trying to turn money into a god. Well, money is not a god. Money is a means of exchange.